we doing?
You ready?
I'm ready, man. You ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
All right. What's up, guys? It's Simba. It's the life of a baller. I'm Simba. I'm 23 years old. I'm a football player, but I'm also a model. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm myself. First of all, I'm Simba, man.
Can you share a defining moment in your career that shaped who you are as a player?
Defining moment. There's a lot of them. The thing is, like in sports or anything in life, there's not one moment. There's a lot of them. But I think I've been I had a lot of injuries, so I grew up like for Europe standards, a pretty high recruit as in my position. I can honestly say I was the best receiver in all of Europe. So when injuries start happening, you stay stagnant because you have to recover. Those moments really teach you about yourself, about what do you want in life, in football, and whatever. Sometimes when you play the sport, it's easy to stay stagnant mentally, but you grow physically because all you have to do is play football and do that. But once football's taken away from you, you have to think about life too. It's not just football at that moment. It's like, okay, now I cannot work out 3 times a day as I used to because I got my rehab, I got to rest, I got to do certain things. So even though you're still disciplined and your focus is on football, you have to also adapt to it and figure out what you want in life, figure out what you want in football, figure out what who you are as a person. So I think that helped me grow a lot as a person mentally, become more mature, become understanding of my surroundings, become understanding of that it's not just me in this world, it's my family too. And I think a lot of the ego went away while the injury happened because sometimes you're so high on, like you're on a mountain and you feel like nothing can stop you and then something stops you. Yeah. I think that's the biggest lesson I learned. It's like I'm not immortal. I'm just like any other human being. And you have to never take your blessings that you got in this life for granted. You got to always be grateful and always be appreciative of what you got in the moment. And understand that it can always be taken away from you, so stay humble on that one.
How do you prepare mentally and physically for a big game?
It depends on what time the game is, because we got afternoon games, evening games, right? So you either start at 3 p.m. or 8 p.m. So it's like, if it's a 3 p.m. game, I don't eat nothing the day before. Then if it's a 3 p.m. game, come to the game, come to the facility like 3 hours early, talk to people. I love to talk to people. I love to just be a social butterfly the way I am, and then just get your stretches in, catch some balls with QB, start walking barefoot on the field to get the fascia going, drink a lot of electrolytes so my body is empty, my body feels light, because, you know, fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee, you know what I mean? So I wanna float on the field, you know, I wanna feel light. When I put too much pressure on myself, it's never good, and you can be in the highest pressure moment, but when you feel free, the highest pressure moment is just another moment for you, you know? And so once you know you've done it so many times before, it's like, it's whatever, you know? If you feel okay, what you gotta do is you gotta do it again. Like, you gotta wake up tomorrow, do the whole journey again. You win, all right, you wake up, do the whole journey again. So it's like, at the end of the day, nothing really changes. It's just you gotta be you and you gotta perform. And if I wasn't able to perform, I wouldn't be there. Let me say it like that, so yeah.
You started as a soccer player.
Yes, sir.
You play football.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us please about that transition?
Yeah, I was like 15. I was having my best year actually. I was at an amateur club though, but like, so I remember like a couple of scouts came to a game once and they shook my hand. They was like, "Hey, all right, keep it up."
Keep it up, man.
Even though I probably had a future in soccer, I was looking at Odell Beckham, man. And when I saw Odell Beckham, I just fell in love with it.
Yeah.
I just fell in love with his aura, the way he moved, the way he played football. Then all of a sudden you start looking into it, you see guys like Antonio Brown, DeAndre Hopkins, Kelvin Ridley, he came a little later, but you know, I'm naming names right now, like all those guys made me fall in love with the process. And then when you start playing the game and start understanding that there's so much more than just athleticism, because I was always the fastest. I could always jump the highest. I was the most athletic on the football field. I saw there was a game literally where athleticism was appreciated and highlighted, as in that game, because in soccer, not everybody is as athletic. So I always felt like, you know what, he's good, but he could pass the ball well, but bro, if I need you there, you can't be there. And I was the guy, if you need me there, I'm there. So I was I won't say I was annoyed by it, but I was like really appreciative of good athleticism. If somebody's a really good athlete, I really appreciate it. I really can appreciate a good jumper, a sprinter, everything like that. I'm obsessed with being athletic. It's literally chess, because if you're the DB and I'm the receiver, everything is chess. I'm trying to make everything look the same, so you think everything is the same, but then all of a sudden I snap it down, or it's really a mind game. That's really what it is. And when something is skill, it's like, okay, you're either born with it or not. But when it's a mind game, it's like, it doesn't matter how good you are, bro, but if I get the mental edge over you, I'm winning every time. It's Odell Beckham's fault, man.
Who was your idol growing up?
I would say I got multiple, but number one is my dad. He cares for his family. He loves to laugh. He's not scared to be himself. He says what's on his mind. He isn't scared to be wrong either. So if he's wrong, it's like, oh shit, I'm wrong about that. Okay, cool. Learn something new. When you can admit you're wrong, or you want to learn, you're excited about things, you care for your family, you care for your kids, you care for your wife. To me, it's not like, oh, I'm icy, I'm cold, I'm untouchable, I don't talk too much. To me, it's like, all right, cool, what are you scared of? To me, it's like he has no fear. He is very curious. And then, that's how he influenced me as a person, but like, as in style, like obviously Michael Jackson, Odell Beckham, I think those are the two main ones. Like Michael Jackson, I've always looked at him. We're here to live a human experience. So we're not here to like isolate or seclude ourselves from human beings. That's why I love this is what we're here for. A life without human beings will be boring. So that's why those are my biggest influences.
The most important lesson football has taught you on the field and off the field?
Discipline. You always have to be disciplined. In football, like in college, wherever you go, you have to be disciplined. There's a certain schedule, you can never be late. So discipline, it's like waking up at 5 a.m., having to be in the gym at 5:30, working out, going to school, eating. So all of that is really, it's a real schedule. Don't take anything for granted. If you control what you can control, almost never the outcome will be bad for you. No matter if you make it or not, it will always turn out positive.
In what ways do you think football has changed your life?
I make connections I will never make anywhere else. I literally have a big brother. Like, I got a new big brother. His name is Jairo Faveda. So like, bro, I'm shouting that dude out. I love you for life, bro. Like, that's somebody I would have never met if I wouldn't play football. Right now, I started videography. I'm doors are getting open there too.
And how do you see your career in the future?
I don't know it. That's the beauty of life. You don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. That's the humble part of it. Like, I hold the future as I can control anything I can control. Besides that, anything that's outside of my control, like, I let that go. I want to play football. I want to have a good career in there. I want to be a good father. I want to be a good husband to my wife if I ever get one. I'll do anything in my power to make it work for me. And wherever I end, I know it'll be good. Advice for the future players. Never live with regret, because do anything that you said you want to do. Like, if you say, I want to try to go to college, try it, man. Really invest in yourself. Like, if you got a little money to spend, go ahead and do it. Right now, you're at the youngest. So, they say, like, the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The second best time is right now. So do whatever you want to do and do it right now, because you never know what will happen to you. Try your hardest at it, bro. Like, don't just go there and be like, oh, yeah, I did it. Nah. You got to try everything to make it work. And if it then doesn't work out, that's cool. Like, I'm cool with that for myself and for anybody else. But I'm not cool with anybody or myself going somewhere, half-assing it, and then being like, oh, yeah, it wasn't for me. Nah. That was maybe for you, but now you never know. But if you try your hardest and it is for you, then beautiful. And if you try your hardest and it is for you, then all right, on to the next one. Do whatever you want to do and be disciplined.